Continues to remain at a heightened state as the inflated price for groceries is making the basics out of reach for many people. CP24's Gian Lee is at the city's newest food bank, the Feed Scarborough, near Warden and Eglinton this morning. Good morning, G.
Good morning, Jen. Food insecurity is a huge topic. We've been talking about this, especially during the pandemic, and we are at a brand new location for Feed Scarborough. This is their 6th location, so we're going to take you through a tour. Suman Roy joins me now with Feed Scarborough. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so you officially open this location tomorrow, but you've had a soft launch. How's it going so far?
It's great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the demand is so high. We were literally forced to open this location because our demand has gone 220% year over year. So it is unfortunate, but at least we're able to do it.
Yes.
That's important.
It's important to have these locations available for people to access, but yes, the reality is you are seeing the numbers go up.
Yes, and also a lot of being in Scarborough, transit being a huge issue, we are trying to open smaller locations all around so people don't have to change buses 3 times to get to a food bank, which is a human right.
Do you mind giving us a tour and explaining how the concept here is a little bit different?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when a guest comes in, they would first go this way to register, and once they register, they get a card which looks like this, a prepaid card kind of a thing, based on their family size. This will be loaded with points. And once they're loaded with points, then they will go here, where they'll actually the points are primarily for dry food, not for fresh and frozen and fridge. So they get whatever they need from here, and then they go into their shopping area.
Yeah.
Everything has got a price in points, and then they shop based on their allowance.
Yes.
Here is one of our rooms, and then they come to the other room, which is once again very similar. And here we have similar different things, but they shop. And once they shop, they finish shopping, then they come right here at the checkout point, where they actually will, just like a regular grocery store, they will ring it in, and they will swipe the card. If they have points left over, they carry it with them. So next time, what it really does, it helps people to budget. If they have the first week when they don't need as much food, then they take less, and nothing is going waste, they're just carrying forward. It also helps us to lessen food waste. People are not taking just because they're allowed to take, they're actually thinking what they need, so it helps others who need a little more. It's a balancing game. So that is a huge, and we are the first food bank to do that.
I love it. You know, the food is free, everything here is free, but this is teaching them how to budget, which is really important, right? It gives them independence, confidence.
And we hope that at some point they will get out of the food bank system, and this is a skill that they're going to take for their regular day-to-day life in how to budget properly and how to plan ahead of time.
And I love the fact that it's not just food here. There's also free clothes and books, because that's important too.
Absolutely. Book ownership is really important to us. That's why we partner with the Children's Book Bank. And
Okay, so if you want more information or if you want to help, feedscarborough.ca is where you can get all that information. Yes, we have lots of volunteers here this morning. This is their 6th location. Feed Scarborough really took off in 2020 and really helping a lot of people through these difficult times. Suman Roy joins me now. And again, we were walking through the concept here. It's about independence and also dignity.
That is a key thing in all our food banks, is when people come in, they can take the power in their own hands to talk about food as a human right in Canada. So that is really key. And we wouldn't have been able to do this without the generous support of Daily Bread Food Bank and Second Harvest, who's been our partner from day one in supporting our mission. And in their beliefs also, dignity and power into the hands of our community is key.
How many clients are you seeing every week?
So right now, between our food banks and the meal program, we are seeing around 7,000 clients every week.
And that number is growing?
That number has gone 220% year over year, from what it was last year this week to this year this week.
So it really speaks to how much this problem is growing.
It is. In Scarborough itself, the food bank visits have gone up 29%, as the highest in any boroughs in Toronto.
Okay, and then partnership is so important, and we have some police officers here from 41 Division. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Constable Jason Jones, thank you so much for joining us. So tell me what's happening right here.
So we partnership with Feed Scarborough, and about once a month we come here and we make up 30 bags of non-perishable food. And we keep these bags in our patrol cars so that if we come across anybody that's in need of food, we can provide interim relief of giving them some non-perishable food to help them out until they can get to a food bank or get to the grocery store.
And when you do something like this, do you see a change in the person when you're dealing with them?
It's a totally different partnership we have with the individual. They could be stressed out or because they don't have food or lack of income to buy food. And then we provide this interim food so they can get to the food bank, which completely changes their relationship with us. And we carry these bags in our police car 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And people come to rely on it, and they'll even stop us and ask us if we have any food that we can give them. And we can just go into our back of our car and give them a bag of food right away.
Right. And it's not just food. You have even basic items like this.
Yep, toothbrushes, toothpaste, like essentials that somebody might need right away. Okay. And it's all provided by Feed Scarborough, which is great. We've partnership with them for the last 3 years, so it's been great.
All right, let's load up the cars then. Let's grab some bags here. And again, if you want to help, they need volunteers, even financial donations, food, clothes, books, whatever you can do. You can get all the information at feedscarborough.ca. This is their brand new location, which officially opens tomorrow. Thank you so much. And again, it's really to help people who are going through a tough time. We know food insecurity is a huge problem. So again, it's feedscarborough.ca. We're at the brand new location here. This is their 6th location for Feed Scarborough. And it's really about helping people at a time when, inflation has increased the price of food. People are really struggling. But it's also about dignity and giving them independence. You come here, you're able to shop, get free bread, free produce, milk, eggs and meat, but there's also an online shopping portion to Feed Scarborough as well. So joining me now is Suman Roy. And Suman, tell me a little bit more about online shopping and how this is really important for your clients.
So we are the first food bank in Canada to do this online shopping. It is just like you would order from any big chain store. You go place an order, then they come and get a curbside pickup. All our food banks work like that. Yeah. You go in, you place an order. The reason we first started because during COVID, we wanted less people inside, so that was an avenue for people to collect it from outside. But we saw that in Canada, we know that 75% of the people who are food insecure really do not come to a food bank because of stigma or whatever the reason might be. So this was an avenue for them to access support without being stigmatized. They don't need to come and see their neighbors. They just go online, place an order. One of our volunteers go pack, like I'm all packing this order.
Let me hold this for you. So this is an order that you've received from somebody. Yes. They want some tomato sauce, some pasta. And it's not just pasta, it's gluten-free pasta, right?
And we have some lentils.
Right.
Then they also ask for a cereal, I saw. So
and once you load that up, this then
goes outside. As soon as they come and give their name, we hand over the bag and off they go.
And again, once again, treating them with dignity, but also helping them at a time where they're struggling. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. And of course, this space would not be made available if it weren't for partnerships. So joining me now is Julie Fader with Taz. Thank you so much for coming in. So tell me a little bit more about the relationship between Taz and Feed Scarborough.
Yeah, for sure. So Taz is a community-focused real estate developer. We intentionally work with organizations like Feed Scarborough to provide below-market, super affordable rents. We know that organizations like this are increasingly getting priced out of the city, and so we know how important it is to provide affordable rates so they can continue to do the amazing, amazing work they do for the community here in the Golden Mile. Yeah.
And I know that you mentioned that it's below market rate, but having spoken to Suman, he's like, no, it's way, way below. You're really helping out this organization.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we work with tenants kind of on a case-by-case basis, figure out what they might be able to afford, and we figure out a rental rate that works for them.
Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining us this morning.
Yeah, no problem.
And again, if you want to help, anything from donating food to books to clothes or even financial donations, just go to feedscarborough.ca. And this is their 6th location. Feed Scarborough really came out of the pandemic starting in 2020, and there's such a need for this because we know a lot of people are struggling. Joining me now is Suman Roy. All right, so we know that you provide the food, the clothes, books for free. This would not be made possible without any of the partnerships partnerships and the volunteers. Let's talk about the volunteers.
We serve 7,000 people, 6 days a week. We have only 6 staff, and the rest 220 volunteers every week. We could not have done this without the strong community and the volunteer support.
Yeah,
it is really for the community, by the community.
And I like that. And we should mention you're open 6 days a week. A lot of places don't open on a Saturday, but you do that.
We do. One of our food banks actually work Tuesday to Saturday.
Yeah.
Some work on different days of the week, but we are open on Saturdays. We have 3 food banks that's open.
Okay, let's highlight some of the volunteers. There's some here that came in super early. Hi, what's your name?
Devin Muckhouse.
Devin, hi.
Sukhmani.
Andrea.
All right. How important is it for you to be a part of something like this?
It's really important.
Yeah.
You know, I struggle, and I've known people who struggle, and being able to give back, and if in any little way I can, is really meaningful. And you know, it's what I would want people to do for me. So
It's really about the community, supporting the community.
Yeah, I mean, every day you come out here, you know that you are impacting somebody's life here, and that's more important to us and everyone here who at Feed Scarborough. Yeah.
And let's break the stigma, right? We have this stigma of who uses a food bank, but that's changed. We see families, we see first-time users, and it's really important for you to be here and be that friendly face for them.
No, it's a great point. That's one of the reasons why I volunteer with Feed Scarborough, because there was neighbors, there were kids that went to my children's school, there was kids that I went to high school with, all using the food bank that I had no idea.
Thank you so much. And we're going to highlight something really important outside. So everyone's going to come outside with me, Suma, and you as well. And we also have the folks from Taz and LaSalle who've provided this space below market value so that Feed Scarborough can exist. We're all going to come outside because, Suman, art is really important.
Absolutely. I think one of the things that we generally don't talk a lot about is the relationship with food security and mental health and art. And that is why in our launch of this food bank, we have our Scarborough sign, which has got design from our Indigenous youth. And it is for our clients to come and say, this is not a gloom and sad space. This is a space where it is, food, as I said, food is a human right.
Yeah.
And you come because you need it, and also take some pictures, look at this and feel better.
Yeah.
I think that is a really very key thing for us.
Amazing. It's been wonderful being with you here all morning. Again, if you want to help, donate food, donate money, donate time, you can go to feedscarborough.ca, and they have a big food drive coming up on Saturday, April 8th at the Toronto Zoo. You can get all the information. All right, everybody wave. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're going to take a break here on CP24.